Some of the most annoying but also most amusing punctuation mistakes are made by misusing the apostrophe. These errors don't just make you look uneducated, but almost illiterate. I don't think there's anything worse than using an apostrophe to separate the plural S or not using it for contractions. Ugh. Let's look at how to use it properly. One of the most common apostrophe uses is for contractions. If you remember from our previous lessons, you shouldn't use contractions in formal email writing. So no don't, it's, and b-day for birthday. The tricky part is with the second most common use of apostrophes, and that is for forming possessives. To start with, you take a singular noun, add an apostrophe and an S, and there you go. Same happens if the singular noun ends with an S. If the noun is plural, you do the same. If the word already ends in an S, as most plurals do, just add the apostrophe without the S. The first confusion starts when creating possessives from proper nouns that end with an S. There are two accepted ways of doing this. You can use an apostrophe by itself, or you can add both an apostrophe and an S. Some guides say that the best way to decide which way to go is to base it on pronunciation. If you would normally pronounce the extra S, like in Mr. Jones's, then write it. If you would normally pronounce Texas governor without the extra S, then you would just add an apostrophe. But often, and especially if English is your second language, you may have no idea how to pronounce it. I think the simplest way is to always spell it without the extra S, and then deal with the pronunciation separately. Sometimes, you can avoid the problem altogether by rearranging the word order. The apostrophe becomes a catastrophe when we get to homophones, those words that are pronounced the same but are spelled differently. One of the biggest problems is when to use its or its and even its. Its is a contraction for it is or it has. Its is a possessive adjective of the pronoun it. His, her, and its. Just like there's no he's and she's, there is no its for possessive. It's its. And there is no such thing as its because its is already a possessive. Another group of commonly confused homophones are your and your, as well as yours and even yours. Your is a contraction of you are. There is no contraction of you were. Your is a possessive adjective of you. It modifies a noun to describe it as something that belongs to you. Yours is a possessive pronoun of you. It can stand on its own and it refers to a thing that belongs to you. And finally, there is no such word as yours. Your is already a possessive adjective, so there's no need for the possessive S. So use the apostrophe for contractions, but don't use contractions in formal emails.